Hello, Leo, and welcome to your daily reading. My name is Blur, and I'm here to add some clarity to the energies that I'm perceiving when it comes to the Leo Collective. I did a quick pre-shuffle before I jumped on this camera with you guys, and just to get an idea as to what is the context around the energies that we're going to be perceiving for today. And I definitely do see that this recent full moon that just passed for you guys has been a revelation of a lot of the things that you've been questioning when it comes to the people around you, the things that you maybe your vices or the things that you've been overindulging on. There's definitely been a level of disappointment that's recently transpired, but in within that disappointment is brought about some level of clarity for your direction. For a lot of you guys, you're ready to step away from whatever kind of comfort zone you've been in for a while, because there's a sense of comfort zone for a lot of you Leos out here. I'm also seeing maybe if you guys are attached to maybe family members, there's a need of wanting to step away from that and wanting to kind of explore your options or needing to do so for there to be some level of clarity being done. I get a sense that for you guys, there's been a moment this past week or weekend that's brought in a lot of disappointment energy, but within that disappointment, it's brought about clarity. That's why I tell people all the time, like when you feel disappointed because of a circumstance or situation, transmute that into clarity. Because disappointment comes from an expectation not met or not rendered in what you deemed as such. So, in doing so, gain the clarity needed so that your next assumption is something that is tangible in reality and actuality, and not a, and not just, and not just overlaid with potential. Potential without credentials is just a affirmation. Affirmations are just that. Without actions applied to them, they're just dreams. They're ambitions. You get me? We're gonna go ahead and tap right into that energy real quick and see what is going on with you guys. But that was just a brief shuffle of the energy that I was perceiving. Lovers. So we have the Lovers card, that's Gemini energy. We also have the Eight of Coin. You guys have definitely been working hard. This Lovers card for me isn't really coming out as like a relationship. For some, it may be that, but for most of the collective, I'm really feeling this is like a love for oneself, doing the work needed to bring out that love or that authentic version of you so that you can be in your truth. A lot of you are just over playing games or playing cosplay with condensed versions of your authentic self. The Magician card came out for you guys. I feel like you guys are definitely alchemizing what it is that you're wanting when it comes to your expression as well as who you are as an individual. But it's really just not putting your foot in your mouth with things that you say, because a lot of times, a lot of the situations that a lot of you tend to be in are just the makings of things that didn't need to be vocalized or things that could have been vocalized in a different format or way. But in terms of this energy for you guys, it's just doing the work needed so that who you authentically are is done properly. And this might be you just taking it easy, taking a break from people's perceptions. I tell a lot of my legal placements, have a day where you're just unperceivable. So have a day of unperceivability. Take some time to really just rest in the inclinations and the affirmations that you've been rendering within your mind, just so that the downloads of actions to apply to these affirmations are rendered and that you're able to actualize them. You want your actions to align with your affirmations and ambitions just so that they're coherently and they're coherently synergized and aligned. Definitely do see rest. The strength card is there just now. I feel like for a lot of you guys, some of you guys may even be for some of the collective, you know. All right, yeah, my bad. The camera cut off, and then I realized there was a huge echo here. I'm hoping that opening this door is going to help that, but either way, jumping right back into it, I feel like for a lot of you guys, it's just really just taking the time needed to really be comfortable in yourself. You had a moment where you were humbled. There was a sense of humbling that needed to transpire for you to really find a love for yourself internally, like your authentic self. We're gonna go ahead and see what else is going on here. You guys are just ready to jump into these new vibrations of who you are becoming. So the person you're becoming has new aspirations, has new needs and renders that it wants to bring into its experience. It's just really testing out the new habits that you have, the new ways of money you're wanting to bring in, utilizing your true self. that may have been acting a particular way or adhere to particular things and are not authentically you. And whatever's transpired this recent weekend or these couple of weeks, 2, 3 weeks, has really brought to light aspects of yourself that you need to work on so that you can be and integrate all of your layers into something of a purposeful. For some of you guys, there is a sense of betrayal from persons or situations that you deemed as loyal friends. These are people that you felt are or were just with you. But I feel like for a lot of you guys, it was something that the universe really kind of told you in beforehand, but it's just this undying loyalty that a lot of Leos have when it comes to not seeing people for who they are. And I feel like for a lot of you, there has been kind of a clarity given about the people and circumstances around you. You may have been juggling a lot of different things, juggling a lot of vices. There comes a time where you can't juggle these things anymore. You have to focus on whether you're going to progress in your experience or you're just going to continuously self medicate when it comes to either food, substances, whatever. There needs to be a focus on which experience you're trying to bring in. You can't have both. I think a lot of it is going to have to deal with grasping things that are authentically within your purpose and create and manifest and alchemize these things. And if that means tower moments need to transpire for these old structures around you to break, let them. All right. I hope that is in clarity for my Leos out there. Take care, stay woke, and I'll talk to you guys later.